Hey, The Muffin Show here, and today this video is going to be showcasing just how strong some of the old XP pets really are. In the new Unicorn pack that came out fairly recently, there were a number of pets that can help with XP builds, but even compared to all these old, newer pets, one of the OG, well, it's not from the original pack, but it's been out for quite a while. The White Tiger is very strong. It's still probably one of the strongest pets in the game, which makes it a perfect pairing for Team Spirit. Now, if you saw this thumbnail, you probably understand the core interaction there. If you have a pet with a strong ability, especially some of the strong abilities on tier 6, you stick it behind a White Tiger, and then if you can get a Team Spirit on your team, now you get an upgraded ability plus a decent chunk of stats spread out. It's pretty good. So here we got the start, the Bunyip, which is the green pet that gets health when you roll. It's pretty good. I also, this was taken from last week's weekly, was when I played this, and it was the one with 15 pets instead of 10 per tier, and 5 foods instead of 3, except for the first tier, which normally only has 2, but all of them had 5 foods, which was a really interesting experiment. It meant that this weekly, it's hard to get level ups. It turns out when there's 5 more pets than usual per tier, it's like 30, your chance of finding the pet that you're looking for basically drops by around 33%, I think. I would have to do some math and statistics, but let's just assume that that's close enough to the truth. The point is that pets that give experience in that sort of scenario are even better than they normally are. So this weekly really was a chance for the White Tiger to really show just how good it can be. At first glance, I didn't really like the golden beetle or golden scarab. I don't remember which one it is, but it's really grown on me. Getting it to 10 attack really isn't that hard, and being able to sell it, especially at higher levels, and get it basically lets you store money so that later on you can spend it on a more valuable turn. Like when you first unlock tier 5s or tier 6s, those turns can really be turns where you can supercharge your build and really get a big power boost. I'm always happy to buy sell the Griffin. I don't know how good of a pet I'd say it is, but it's a fun pet. I go ahead and grab the Meerkat. I think the Meerkat, a sociopath though he may look, is underrated. It can make a pretty substantial difference. It's no pet that running to the heels, being like, oh my gosh, this is just so absurdly powerful, but yeah, it's pretty good. Just on a quick tangent, I recently finished watching the season 3 of Attack on Titan. I haven't watched the whole show, and I got into it recently. Again, I had watched the first season years ago, but the point is, I just finished season 3, and I just had the thought, because at the end of season 3, you find out what's in the basement, and it's a big reveal, and it takes like 3 episodes to actually explain the full extent of the plot twist. But I just thought it would have been funny, and bear with me here, if they would have gone into Aaron's dad's basement, and then all they find down there is just Aaron's dad's, like, sex doll, and they're all freaking out, and they're like, oh, ew, this is disgusting. It's clearly very well used. And Aaron's just like, why would my dad want me to find this? Also, why is the doll blonde? Which actually makes sense with Aaron's dad's backstory, because with his actual backstory, although Aaron's mom has black hair, you really know that Grisha Yeager is really into those blondes. So that's horrifying as that might have been. The real twist comes in when they examine the doll closer. You know, because they have to. Like, the fate of humanity is at risk here. They, like, look closer, and upon closer examination, the fluid residue in the doll is a perfect match for the serum that turns people into titans. That's right. The twist would be that the source of all these tie-ins and problems is Aaron's dad's jizz. Which is just the darkest and the grossest explanation for why he spent all of that time in the basement. So anyway, back to Super Autopets. Yeah, we're going to lose to this giant cock. Find the team spirit, that's pretty good. And the hedgehog, it's not a bad hit off of the griffin. It's a good pet to stick in the back, and it might, if we can get like a honey or Easter egg or something like that, it might break a tie. Sorry I'm not talking that much. There's like a car engine running noise in the background that if I talk a whole lot, it's going to be really hard to try and get that out of the audio. So I'm just enjoying the gameplay and just letting my Attack on Titan thoughts just like fester in my mind. This freaking giant cock. Okay. I kind of hate these people. Not the people I'm playing against, but just these. This recording's such a disaster. Kind of like how Attack on Titan would have been a disaster if my fanfic would have been true. Gosh, these freaking people with their tiny penises. Oh my goodness, can you just hide it like the rest of us normal people and not like showcase it? This giant freaking cock. What a train wreck of a recording. I'm still going to post it at this point. That enough stuff's happened. It's like it's terrible content, but I'm going to do it. Also, it's about around this point I think I realize I really shouldn't be giving the 3 experience to Team Spirit because it doesn't trigger off of itself leveling up. So yeah, that was kind of dumb. But now I'm giving it to the Fly because the Fly just loves getting something on. Hey, I'm just like the rest of you guys. I'm just kind of wishing for the end of this recording. Oh my goodness. What am I doing? What is this? What is this recording come to? What has it come to? God. Yeah, let's just buy the fig. Why not? This is potentially the last battle, I think. I've been kind of distracted. The zombie fly breaking the coconut was pretty good there. I'm not sure at what point we knocked out the peacock player, but it's always sad to see someone with such a giant cock. Of course, I am in real life surrounded by just the smallest penises you could ever believe, and they're mufflerless vehicles that they feel the need to inflict upon the rest of humanity. I'm not even going to do a real outro. Thank you for watching. Bye.